Did you know? I'll be right back to let you know. Hi, America Cardenas. Welcome to Doing More. I'm here at the beautiful facility at Radio Campesina celebrating the continuation of National Hispanic Heritage Month observed from September to October. The day of September 15th is significant because it's the anniversary of independence for Latin American countries, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. In addition, Mexico and Chile celebrate their Independence Days on September 16th and September 18th. I had a chance to catch up with Councilman Michael Nowakowski, General Manager of Radio Campesina. Take a look.
My name is Michael Nowakowski. I'm a city councilman for District 7 for the city of Phoenix, and I'm also the general manager for a radio station here in Phoenix called Radio Campesina 101.9. So I've been in the Valley for 55 years. I went to St. Simon and Jude, went to St. Mary's High School, and then from there I studied 2 years to be a priest. Then I went to Glendale Community College, graduated from ASU, and then I worked for the Diocese of Phoenix as the youth minister in the youth ministry department. Then I became the director of Hispanic ministry for 8 years. Then Cesar Chavez passed away, and then his sons asked me if I would want to come and help them build the Cesar Chavez Foundation here in Arizona. I said, absolutely, and now I'm here. And I'm also, in between there, I became a city councilman. It was just a real trip how I became a council member. We were over lunch with Cesar's son, Paul Chavez, and the president of the Firefighters Union, and they say, hey, District 7 is a minority district, is basically 80% Hispanic, and there hasn't been an Hispanic here for 14 years. And then Paul Chavez turned around and goes, yeah, I got a leader right here, Michael, that's gonna run. I go, so it was just incredible how we just came together. It was like a little movement that was created, and I became a council member. I was only Latino for the last 14 years, and now we have 4 Hispanics on the council. Show me the suffering of the most miserable.
Show me the suffering of the most miserable.
So I know my people's plight. So we actually have a prayer that we begin all of our meetings with, and I believe it's the mission and vision of Cesar Chavez put in a prayer form. There's one part of the prayer that really touches me is that, help us love even those who hate us so that we can change the world. Wow, that's powerful. Think about it. That we're asking God to help us love that person that just backstabbed you, that gossiped about you, that hurt you, so that you can change the world. And I think that's what it's all about. So as a staff member here at Campesina, when you read that prayer, it kind of keeps you focused on the purpose why you're here and using examples of that great man, Cesar Chavez, that empowered me. It's not just a radio station. It's a part of the Cesar Chavez Foundation. We get involved with all kinds of things, and we create partnerships with all kinds of companies. So one of the things I learned were the 3 keys of being successful is having God first, family second, and the community third. So you have to keep in that perspective, because once you have God first, that teaches you how to love and respect one another. Then when everything else fails, you have to have your family there, because they're the ones to support you, to lift you up. When all your friends go away, it's your family that's going to be there to support you. And the reason that we're here on earth is for our community, then the third. So if you keep that God, family, and community, you'll be successful in life.
We want to thank Councilman Nowakowski for visiting with us and for greatly serving our communities. His stellar leadership has positively influenced many. His advocacy for our communities has left milestones of permanent success stories and communities filled with life, hope, and truth. We're looking forward to his next professional path filled with even more accomplishments, making our communities a better place to live, work, play, learn, and visit. I'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. Caller number 15, you are on the air. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're here at Radio Campesina recognizing Hispanic heritage and Latino leaders. Did you know that the Cesar Chavez motto, Si se puede, yes it can be done, embodies the uncommon legacy he left for people around the world? Since his death, hundreds of communities across the nation have named schools, parks, streets, libraries, and other public facilities, as well as awards and scholarships in his honor. His birthday, March 31st, is an official holiday in 10 states. In 1994, President Clinton awarded Cesar the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, at the White House. Take a look as we visited NHL's first Latino CEO, Arizona Coyotes' Xavier Gutierrez.
I was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm the oldest of four. My mother came to the United States when I was about to be 5. She wanted a new life, and she wanted a better life, and she wanted actually education for her children. I graduated and went down that path. And then I had an interesting sidelight, which connects me to the deputy commissioner of the NHL, where I was a financial analyst for a law firm, actually. And then Alex Morello and I met via a mutual friend in 2010. Alex Morello, obviously the owner and first Latino owner in the NHL, but the owner of the Arizona Coyotes. I came to see him when his press conference, and came to me with a very compelling opportunity to be the president CEO. And we came to visit over President's Day before the pandemic. Saw a number of homes, and I have a 12-year-old son, Javi. So my wife, Jerica, and I, and Javi, we saw everything, and it really felt like the right thing for our family. I also am very excited to utilize sports and the voice and the platform that it offers you to really talk about things that make a difference in this community. And that is absolutely something that is core to who we are. It's core to our culture. And I've only been here 100+ days, and Alex is only on the team for a little over a year. But we are changing the narrative of this organization and to be a community leader, to be a civic leader. And that's on us. It's on us to open those doors. It's on us to extend our hand. And obviously what we're doing with Hispanic Heritage Month as an example of many of the things that we're going to do. We want to be a civic leader, we want to be a community leader, and we want to be a corporate partner. Having said that, I know the challenges of that. I know that this community that we live in this country that we live in, those opportunities are not fairly distributed. And that's what I want to focus on. My personal passion is on the expansion of empowerment and opportunity for all communities, including those that have been underrepresented or underserved over years.
Let's take a look at a legacy of giving through Cox Charities grant recipients.
Hi, Astrid Valencia here with Cox Communications. Congratulations on being selected as a Cox Charities recipient this year. Now more than ever, we want to thank you and commend you for the programs you have in place to serve the youth in our communities. The backbone of Cox Charities are its employees. And this year we had 89 employees serve on the Cox Charities Grant Review Committee. And we'd love for you to meet some of them here today. Thank you.
It's so good to see everyone virtually. Welcome to our 2020 Cox Charities Virtual Grant Ceremony. It's my honor to congratulate you for being a 2020 Cox Charities Grant recipient.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations. And it is so great to see some familiar faces and to see some new faces. So I do extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you for being grant recipients this year. We at Cox applaud you for your efforts to make our communities better. Cox Charities is primarily funded, as you know, by our employees, and we have some key focus areas. We support nonprofits that focus on K-12 youth and education programs, but it's even more than that. It's because of the initiatives like yours that the youth in our state have the resources to obtain exposure to vital programming focused on STEM and arts and culture. And that will positively impact their personal and professional growth. We commend you for the incredible work that you're doing in our communities, especially this year. Our communities have been stuck with an unprecedented challenge. And now more than ever, the work that you do is even more important. And on behalf of the 3,100 employees across the state of Arizona that support giving through Cox Charities, we thank you.
We are just over the moon with this contribution from Cox Charities. The $10,000 from Cox Charities will be significant in providing our Creative Youth Development Program at Rosie's House absolutely free. The support of Cox Charities will provide free, high-quality music education and essential social-emotional resources to low-income students in Arizona. Thanks, guys.
I'd like to thank Cox Charities again for the opportunity to share the dynamic and vibrant world of the arts with the youth in our community. So thank you.
We at Future Stars are very grateful for Cox and their support, as well as the employees at Cox, that's my house phone, don't worry about it. Yes, I'm old school and still have a house phone, but thank you again, and I appreciate it, and I look forward to working with you all in the future.
So with help from Cox Charities this year, we will reach over 600 Title I third grade students. And again, we want to thank Cox Charities for their incredible support of Expedition Days and the participating students. So thank you.
Such a great way of doing more. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. We're here at Radio Campesina recognizing outstanding Latino leaders and the important work the Cesar Chavez Foundation does in the community. The Housing and Economic Development Fund builds and manages high-quality, service-enhanced, affordable housing for working families and seniors across the Southwest. These developments inspire a sense of community and enable residents to succeed on all fronts. We also visited the Salvation Army, an organization getting an early start on its holiday fundraising, helping meet the many needs of families for Christmas and beyond.
The Salvation Army got its roots back in 1865 of just reaching out to suffering humanity. Today it's grown into rehabilitation centers, housing facilities, emergency shelters, food program, family services, pay for utilities, assistance, just a gamut, youth programs. It covers quite a bit in our community. The importance of the Red Kettle is it does cover about 18% of our budget for the year. Like everything, COVID has affected almost every aspect of our lives, and the Red Kettle campaign is just one of those. This year, unlike any others, the COVID is affecting how many we will be able to go to. Not to mention we have store closures that will keep us from putting additional kettles out. We're expecting the possibility of a 50% decrease. Now that's concerning to us here at the Salvation Army because right now during the pandemic, we've seen quite an increase of requests for our services. Whether it's food, whether it's shelter, whether it's needing payment for utilities and rental assistance, all those things have come into play during this pandemic, increased numbers. In fact, the Salvation Army nationwide is expecting that this Christmas we'll have requests for 155%. For the first time in 130 years, the Salvation Army has started its annual holiday campaign early. This to help rescue Christmas. The funds raised through our traditional Red Kettle campaign are at risk this year due to COVID-19. You have people who carry less cash, whether it's folding bills or the coins, which we all know right now is hard to find. Plus, with the COVID, people are less foot traffic at these locations. It may be important for you to know that 82 cents out of every dollar you give goes to direct services at the Salvation Army. Well, there's several ways you can get involved. Obviously, when you see the Red Kettle out there and somebody's standing there ringing a bell, if you have extra cash, join the Rescue Christmas attitude and give something. But we also are at these sites allowing for Apple and Google Pay, where you don't even have to touch. You can just go to the sign and it comes up. You can donate online and you don't even have to go out to do that. Also on that site is volunteer. If you're interested in helping to volunteer to ring a bell or to adopt a kettle, and that means take the whole day and get your family and friends signed up. There are many, many opportunities that they can go to the web pages and just seek those out. Rescue Christmas is important to me and the Salvation Army because during this time, we believe there'll be more people who come to us and some for the first time. And so it is personal to me because I've sat in those rooms, I've cried with some of those people, and I've seen them years later or what has happened because Salvation Army filled the gap for them at one point in their life.
This holiday season, the Salvation Army expects to see a greater need for their services, more than any in recent history. With more people hurting and fewer red kettles to help them, the generosity of the community will help rescue Christmas for the most vulnerable. So help us as families in need this Christmas season. We also journeyed to Las Vegas, where we joined Cox Communications and Vegas Golden Knights Foundation to present educators with grants and gifts. Let's take a look.
So our decision to partner with the Knights is both organizations are very committed to the Las Vegas community in Southern Nevada. And through our efforts, we've really been trying to bridge the digital divide. And it's really a two-part problem, right? It's the children, the disadvantaged families that do not have internet connection, and it's really the teachers who are living a new world of how do they try and teach virtually. It's not part of their normal operation.
We felt it was really important that we gave teachers the equipment and the resources so that they can distance teach to all the students that they have in this time and just make sure that they have everything available to them.
How do we help some deserving teachers to give them the fastest internet speed, 1 gig, to help them in providing that quality education for all of their kids? So in partnership with the CCSD Partnership Office, applications were submitted by teachers, 100 teachers were selected, and those 100 teachers will receive 9 months of free Gigablast from Cox to provide that quality. And then on the Golden Knights side, they're going to each receive a $250 gift card that they can use for equipment and services that they may need to support their internet connectivity.
So this grant will really means a lot to us because it will help us since we are 3 teachers teaching in one house. So this internet, this high-speed internet will really help us not to get kicked out in our own classroom.
So Cox High-Speed Internet will improve my teaching because it will improve the videos that I'm doing. We do interactive games with them that sometimes take a lot of bandwidth. So the high-speed internet from Cox will help me to do that effectively and keep my students engaged for longer.
Well, with Cox High-Speed Internet, it'll be easier to bring the world to my students. It'll make it just more of a positive learning experience and be able to grow their skill set.
They've been a great partner with us since day one with the team, and we thought that it was a win-win, that they give so much to the community and through Clark County, and we wanted to partner with someone that had the same values and excitement to help the teachers during these unknown times.
It gives me real excitement to know that we are doing something to help these teachers and to really, in the end, it's all about the kids and to help the kids. Some of the teachers I met today teach special ed, which is an exceptional field to be in as a teacher in the first place. And then when you add the burden of not being able to be there physically for your kids, they have a really hard and difficult chore ahead of them. So this helps them do it, then it's all worthwhile.
Thank you, Cox and Vegas Knights, for this teacher grants. It will really help us a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're just very thankful to all of you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing organization who continues to serve the community in these very challenging times. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at Paseo Abetia, one of Cesar Chavez Foundation's affordable housing locations. Our final stop was at the Black Family and Child Services, where Cox Communications distributed free computers and low-cost internet to families through the Connect2Compete initiative.
Today, BFCS is partnering with Connect2Compete and Cox Communications and distributing laptop computers as well as discounted internet service through the Connect2Compete program. It's going to really help families who either have internet that's very expensive with the economic situation in the state as well as across the United States. A lot of families are hit hard from COVID, so just having that discounted rate, that can be an additional food bill every month.
Well, the partnership between Cox and BFCS is really giving us an advantage for those families that are part of what we call our supplemental educational support program. What we did was modify our after-school program as a result of COVID, and it's not about who has more or less, but how do we bring it all together for the benefit of those that we're trying to serve. And so collaboration is one of our key pillars for our core values within the organization, as well as excellence.
Today we are here at the Black Family and Children Services of Arizona. We're working with them to provide families with internet access and as well as Dell Chromebooks, providing to roughly 30 families. Cox Connect2Compete is a program that allows families to receive internet access at $9.95 a month. The way it works is that as long as a family has a child K-12 in the household and receives some type of government assistance, usually the free reduced lunch through the school qualifies them for that program, but there's also other programs that can qualify for them. We'll set them up with an application. If their area is serviceable, we'll go ahead and send out the equipment to their household so they can install the internet service, and they'll simply be paying $9.95 a month.
We all do therapeutic foster care, and we have the children at our heart. Our children are number one, and we're here to encourage them to better themselves.
Actually, I thought that you guys had only called me, so I was gonna rub it in their face. But to find out y'all had called everybody, and it was a good thing because all the kids, they get on the laptops and they play video games and stuff on their spare times, and the kids really enjoy that.
A faster service, a more accurate service, and a more reliable service for my children to be on while in school.
Having Cox come on board with Black Family right at this time works great for me.
Difficult times for a lot of people. I recently had to quit my job, and I think this will help out for me for better.
Each one of us reaching someone else, each one of us being part of that village solution that we know is necessary.
Today is very significant to me because it is my 3-year anniversary of adopting my youngest son. So just having someone to support you in this, world of difference.
Thank you so much, you guys. I know this is gonna help a lot of families.
Thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I want to thank Councilman Michael Nowakowski, General Manager of Radio Campesina, for sharing his vision with us and for honorably serving our communities. His past, current, and future achievements, no doubt, will continue to have a lasting impact in our community. Truly a Latino trailblazer. And as the wise Cesar Chavez once said, it is possible to become discouraged about the injustice we see everywhere, but God did not promise us that the world would be humane and just. He gives us the gift of life and allows us to choose the way we will use our limited time on earth. It is an awesome opportunity. And remember, si se puede. I'm Erica Cardenas. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next Doing More.